What fans are saying about Maurice, Sam, and Uche Montana has reached a completely different level, because some viewers are no longer talking about their movie chemistry like it's just acting. They are actually asking one question that has taken over the conversation. Why don't these two just get married? Yes, that is exactly what some fans have been saying. And before you dismiss it as ordinary fan shipping, wait until you hear the reasons people are giving. Because according to the fans, Maurice and Uche don't simply look good together on screen. They believe there is something about their connection that feels unusually natural. Every time the two appear together, viewers immediately start paying attention. The smiles, the playful moments, the way they interact, the comfort between them, even the smallest exchange can send their fans into another round of speculation. And now some fans have apparently reached their final conclusion. They don't want another movie. They don't want another romantic scene. They want a wedding. One fan basically asked why the two actors should keep giving audiences romantic stories when they could simply become the real-life couple everyone already wants to see. That comment alone sparked the kind of reactions that entertainment pages love. Some fans agreed immediately, others laughed and said people were getting carried away. But then another person raised an interesting point. Why are viewers so emotionally invested in this particular pairing? Because Maurice, Sam, and Uche Montana have created the kind of on-screen chemistry that makes people forget they're watching actors. And that's where things become interesting. When two actors can make an audience genuinely believe in the emotions between their characters, fans naturally start imagining what their relationship would look like outside the movie. It's happened with famous screen couples all over the entertainment world. The audience sees chemistry, the audience sees connection, then suddenly somebody starts planning the wedding, and apparently Maurice and Uche have reached that stage. But here's the funny part, not everybody is happy about the idea. Some fans have basically said, please let them act their movies in peace. According to that side of the argument, people should stop confusing fictional chemistry with real-life romance. They argue that Maurice and Uche are simply talented actors who know how to make a romantic storyline believable. And honestly, that's a fair point. Actors are supposed to make audiences feel something. If viewers believe the characters are deeply connected, then the actors have done their jobs successfully. But the other side isn't backing down. They say they know the difference between acting and reality. They simply enjoy the chemistry. And if two people look this good together, why shouldn't fans dream a little? That argument has made the discussion even more entertaining. Because now fans aren't just talking about the movie, they're arguing about what they believe Maurice and Uche should do next. Some want another romantic movie, some want them cast together again immediately. Completely skipped the movie and gone straight to marriage. Imagine that, a movie comes out, fans watch it. And before the credits even finish, somebody is already asking when the traditional wedding is happening. That's how powerful screen chemistry can become. But there is another reason this pairing keeps attracting attention. Maurice, Sam has a certain calm presence that works extremely well opposite Uche Montana. Uche, on the other hand, brings a very expressive energy to romantic roles. Put those two personalities together and suddenly their scenes feel different. They don't need to do too much. Sometimes a simple look is enough. Sometimes it's the way one character reacts to the other. Sometimes it's just a conversation. And fans notice those details. That's why you will often see viewers discussing particular scenes long after the movie ends. People aren't just remembering the storyline, they're remembering the chemistry. And that is exactly what has caused some fans to start saying something very bold. They believe Maurice and Uche should become Nollywood's next favorite screen couple. Not necessarily because they are romantically involved in real life, but because audiences clearly enjoy seeing them together. And if producers are paying attention, that could actually be a smart move. Imagine Maurice and Uche being cast together in an even bigger romantic drama. This time give them a complicated love story. Maybe they start as enemies, then slowly become friends, then something unexpected happens, the audience begins rooting for them. And by the end, everyone is emotionally invested. If their previous chemistry already has fans talking about marriage, imagine what an even stronger storyline could do. The internet would probably go crazy. But there's something fans should remember. Movie chemistry doesn't automatically mean a real-life relationship. Celebrities can have incredible chemistry without dating. Actors can be extremely comfortable around each other without being romantically involved. Unless Maurice, Sam, or Uche Montana personally confirms anything about their private lives, fans should enjoy the chemistry without turning speculation into fact. That hasn't stopped the fans though, and that's probably the funniest part of this whole conversation. Because every time somebody says, they're just acting, another fan appears with a completely different argument. One person says, it's acting. Says maybe, but look at how naturally they connect. Someone else says, give them another movie. Then somebody comes along and says, more movies, give us the wedding. And suddenly the comment section becomes a battlefield. Some people are laughing, some are agreeing, some are arguing, and some are simply watching the chaos unfold. But beneath all the jokes is something very real. Fans genuinely enjoy seeing Maurice, Sam, and Uche Montana together. Their pairing gives audiences something to talk about. It creates excitement around their movies. It encourages viewers to share clips. It starts conversations. And in today's entertainment industry, that kind of audience reaction is extremely valuable. Sometimes the strongest sign that a pairing is working isn't a critic's review, it's the audience refusing to stop talking about it. And that's exactly what seems to be happening here. Maurice and Uche have managed to create a pairing that viewers want to see again, whether it's friendship, romance, comedy, drama, or even a completely different storyline, fans want them together. Now imagine if the two actors actually responded to the marriage comments. Imagine Maurice jokingly saying, "You people should calm down." Uche laughing at the idea, the internet would explode, because once celebrities acknowledge fan shipping, the conversation becomes 10 times bigger. Fans start analyzing the response. They replay the video. They look at facial expressions, they examine every word, and suddenly a simple joke becomes another viral conversation. That's how celebrity fandom works. People aren't just watching anymore, they're participating, they're creating theories, they're choosing sides, they're building imaginary storylines. And sometimes they're even planning weddings for people who never asked them to. But let's turn the question around. If Maurice, Sam, and Uche Montana were cast as a real couple in another major Nollywood romance, would you watch it? Because judging from the reactions, the answer might be a very loud yes. And here's another question. Do you think their chemistry is actually special, or are fans simply getting carried away because they enjoyed seeing them together in a movie? That's where I want you to be honest. Don't just say yes or no. Tell us exactly what you noticed about Maurice and Uche that made you understand why fans are pushing this pairing so hard. And if you were the producer of their next movie, would you cast them as lovers again, or would you completely surprise everyone and make them enemies? Because honestly, that could be even more interesting. Imagine two actors whose fans desperately want them together. Then their next movie makes them enemies who cannot stand each other. The comment section would be unbelievable. And by the end of the movie, viewers would probably still be shouting, "Forget the storyline, just marry them." That is how far this fan conversation has gone. For now though, there is no need to turn fan wishes into confirmed reality. Maurice, Sam, and Uche Montana remain talented actors whose chemistry has clearly captured the attention of viewers. The marriage talk is coming from fans, the excitement is coming from fans, and the theories are coming from fans. But the one thing that cannot be denied is that people want to see more of this pairing. So here is the big question. If Maurice, Sam, and Uche Montana were given the chance to star in one final romantic movie together, what kind of ending would you want? A beautiful wedding, a heartbreaking breakup, or a shocking twist where they realize they were never meant to be together? Drop your answer in the comments, and be careful, because the Maurice and Uche fans are already arguing. If you enjoyed this gist, share it with someone who has been shipping these two, because at this point, the fans have already planned the wedding. We're just waiting to see who gets invited.